Now, joining us for more on this is SABC News reporter Bulelani Philip, who is in Cape Town for us. A very good afternoon to you, Bulelani. So it's official, Paul O'Sullivan will return to properly conclude his testimony on Thursday. How did O'Sullivan and MPs arrive at this conclusion or decision to then have him come before them on Thursday?
Good afternoon to you, Mfundo, and to the viewers at home. Of course, following the walkout by Mr. Paul O'Sullivan last week on Thursday, the committee then wrote a letter of invitation to Mr. O'Sullivan on Friday, where it indicated that it still wants him to come back and finish the testimony. And the committee, as well as the legal advisors of the committee, had indicated that had that request of the invitation not been complied to, there was already a summons that was already prepared to be signed by National Assembly Speaker, as well as the chairperson of the Ad Hoc Committee, Soviet Lekhanyane. But in the end, the evidence leader says Mr. Paul O'Sullivan had actually confirmed that he will heed to the invitation and appear voluntarily on Thursday. So we look forward to that for him to finish the testimony. Of course, what the committee members are saying, as well as the evidence leader, Advocate Norman Arendse, as well as the legal advisor to the committee, Andile Tejane, they are saying that in terms of the legal opinion of the committee, Mr. Paul O'Sullivan still needs to answer to this potential breaking of the statutory law, which is the Powers, Privileges and Immunities Act. And again, members of the committee have actually implored that the committee must not let go of what they see as a contempt of parliament conduct by Mr. Paul O'Sullivan when he walked out of the committee. They still want Parliament to pursue that charge against him, given that the EFF formally laid a criminal complaint against Mr. O'Sullivan on Friday. And now the EFF has actually implored that the Speaker also sign an affidavit that will support that criminal investigation. So as things stand now, we expect that Mr. O'Sullivan will be back before the committee to answer outstanding questions, as well as to become cross-examined by members of the committee. Mfundo?
All right. An interesting development there around that matter not being settled, the walkout at least, because I suppose many would think it has the possibility of setting some sort of a precedence. But before I let you go, just on all of us saying that he's just coming to wrap up his testimony, how much of the testimony were we still expecting?
Well, the indications at the moment, it's still not quite clear whether how long his evidence will take. But from the indications of the evidence leader, Advocate Norman Arendse, the other evidence leader, Advocate Bongi Wemkize, has just a few questions that will be put to Mr. O'Sullivan, and thereafter it's going to be the turn of members of Parliament to cross-examine him. But you'll recall also something that came after the walkout by Mr. O'Sullivan is the issue or the comment that he made to MK Party MP Mr. David Skosana, who Mr. Paul O'Sullivan said that he must pay his debt with his bank. And you'll recall that that was on Thursday. The comment was made on Thursday. And on Friday morning, we've had reports that Mr. Skosana had indeed, in fact, been served papers by his bank, Standard Bank, that he must pay his outstanding debt with the bank. So the strange coincidence there is something that is bothering members of Parliament. And again, one of the MK Party members, Sibonelo Nomvalo, said that is another line of questioning that they will have to pose to Mr. O'Sullivan, given that there is a level of suspicion that he may be having a confidential information on one of his colleagues, and that in terms of the POPIA Act should not be allowed. But for the record, the Standard Bank has denied any wrongdoing on its part, and it says that if there is any employee within the bank that has leaked confidential information, the bank will take action.